Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got every NBA team's 2021 trade deadline target list. I have no idea when the actual trade deadline is because it's usually in February, but everything's different this year, so I don't know, man. It could be tomorrow. It's probably not tomorrow, guys. But regardless, let me know in the comment section below who is one, two, maybe three players that you want your favorite team to trade for. As a Piston fan, I would accept Giannis, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan in a time machine, guys, probably is what I'm kind of looking for. So here we go. Let's get going on this. The first thing we have is the Atlanta Hawks wanting Ben Simmons, Bradley Beal, and Pascal Siakam. Out of all three of these guys, I feel like Ben Simmons would be the best fit just because, like, his defense and playmaking would be absolutely amazing next to Trae Young. I think that's how I'll do this. I'll say, like, the best of the three that I would personally want on that team. Boston Celtics, we got Vucevic, Aaron Gordon, Kyle Anderson. Definitely Vucevic, just like if they can get him for the right price, and obviously, man, just like his floor spacing abilities and stuff. And I just think he would instantly like fit in with the offense. So, and then Aaron Gordon, I don't really see a lot of room for him on the team. Although I guess they no longer have Gordon Hayward, so there is more like forward room now. Kyle Anderson's also pretty solid, but Vucevic would be kind of cool. For the Brooklyn Nets, Nerlens Noel, Aaron Baines, JaVale McGee. Any three of these guys would give them additional, center depth and stuff. Out of all of them, I mean, JaVale McGee won a championship last year, so he's got that experience. Aaron Baines is cool and everything, but he don't really got like the shot blocking ability. He does have the three-point spacing and stuff that none of these other guys have, although JaVale was shooting threes earlier this season. But I think JaVale will be the best fit. Charlotte Hornets, we got Miles Turner, Andre Drummond, Jonas Valanciunas. I say they go for Drummond, take a chance and see what happens. Him with like LaMelo's playmaking could be pretty solid. And I think out of all three of these guys, he would probably be the cheapest to get. Because Miles Turner, I think, is averaging like 20 blocks a game. So he's probably not getting traded. Jonas, there's probably a price tag on him too. So we got Chicago Bulls, Pat Beverly, Frank Ntilikina, Gary Harris. Gary Harris don't make much sense. They already got Zach LaVine. Ntilikina, Patrick Beverly. I mean, I guess Frank Ntilikina, just like take a chance and maybe him on a different team would be good. I suppose. Patrick Beverly doesn't really move the needle all that much for me on this team, though. Next up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers, John Collins. They don't really need Marvin Bagley. Salary relief for Kevin Love. Yeah, take the salary relief. You already got so many big guys on this team as is. I guess with John Collins, though, like, he would fit in as far as, like, the growth of this team and, like, the rebuild. So same with Marvin Bagley playing the 4th spot. So, I mean, if you want to give either one of these guys, you got to get rid of, like, Kevin Love, Andre Drummond, players like that, man. But, yeah, okay. Dallas Mavericks, we got Buddy Hield, LaMarcus Aldridge, Patty Mills. I kind of like the idea of LaMarcus for like a cheap, if they can get him on like the cheap side, playing him with like Porzingis, typically stays pretty healthy. And then Buddy Hield would be, give them a nice explosive player in the backcourt with Luka. Obviously, Seth Curry was great last year in that same type of role, so it'd be nice to see. We got the Denver Nuggets with Kyle Lowry. Doesn't make sense. Aaron Gordon. Sure, I can see him taking on like that Jeremy Grant role from last year, or then Robin Lopez just for like some additional like center depth. Aaron Gordon, I would take him. Detroit Pistons, we got Gary Trent Jr., Miles Bridges, salary relief for Blake Griffin. I will personally take the salary relief, but at the same time, Miles Bridges, we don't really need him though because like we already got Josh Jackson. Like I don't want his minutes getting taken away. Gary Trent would be kind of cool. We do need like some shooting guards and stuff, so he'd be kind of fun if we can get him at like a decent price. Next up, we got the Golden State Warriors, J.J. Redick, Wayne Ellington, George Hill. I would go J.J. Redick. It'd be like the splash father for the splash bros or whatever, so that'd be fine. Houston Rockets, Julius Randle, Kyle Kuzma, Kendrick Nunn. I feel like Nunn would be pretty solid just because, like, if John Wall is injured or out for a few games, Nunn does give them, like, a serviceable starting guard. Also, someone that doesn't mind coming off the bench if needed. I don't really see how Julius fits in with the team, nor do I see that with Kyle Kuzma because you got Wood at the 4, maybe the 5 sometimes, but I like him more at the 4. Next up, we got the Pacers on Anfernee Simons, Miles Bridges, Terrence Ross. I guess maybe like Terrence Ross would give them a scoring boost with having, TJ Warren being out and stuff, so that'd be fine. LA Clippers, D Rose, Eric Bledsoe, Devontae Graham. I mean, Derrick Rose would be kind of cool. You could start Patrick Beverly, still but use D Rose off the bench over Reggie Jackson, of course. But y'all just gonna take all my damn Pistons at this point, aren't you? Or Eric Bledsoe, you could probably get for on the cheap side of things too. I don't remember how things ended with him on the Clippers originally. I assume it was fine. He was probably just traded looking for a bigger role. So yeah, either three of these guys would be a good additional, point guard pickup for the Clips. For the Lakers, we got George Hill, Kyle Anderson, Wayne Ellington. Yeah, let's go with George Hill. Now, obviously, he missed that free throw with the LeBron, the Cavs, and stuff. But, man, that was so long ago. J.R. Smith's played with LeBron since then, so definitely George Hill can. Memphis Grizzlies, we got Miles Bridges, Kevin Huerter, Frank Ntilikina. Sure. Yes. Miami Heat, Bradley Beal, DeMar DeRozan, Buddy Hield. Okay, so I feel like Bradley Beal would by far be the most expensive. So if you're looking to maybe switch things up a little bit without giving up too many assets, I think at that point you probably go towards DeMar DeRozan. I don't think Buddy Hield I would go for him because the way Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero play with being good 3-point shooters and stuff, they don't really need him all that much. But DeRozan still gives them a go-to scorer, but in a different way. And I think they could get him for a pretty damn cheap price out there. So, but at the same time, I don't really know how DeMar and Jimmy on the court together would really work out. At that point, you might look towards DeMar being a 6-man. Just saying. I think that would be the best role for him at this point in his career on a contender. Next up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks with Alec Burks, Lou Williams, JaVale McGee. Right now they got Brook Lopez at center. I don't know who their backup is, which might aim towards them wanting to go for JaVale McGee. Lou Williams, Alec Burks. I kind of like Alec Burks, just a good low-key, guy that can go off for 20 points on any given night. So he'd be a nice little addition. Minnesota Timberwolves, we got Pascal, Aaron Gordon, Thaddeus Young. They need a power forward. Obviously, if we could get Pascal, that'd be great. I don't really see that being pulled off without giving up too much. Aaron Gordon, I like that fit, though, man. Good athletic player. Would play nicely off of D'Lo and Karl Anthony Towns. I like it, man. Let's go with him. We got the Pelicans with PJ Tucker, Norman Powell, or Justin Holiday. I guess PJ Tucker. He's a guy that doesn't need to play every single night, but when he does play, you know what he's going to give you. He's going to give you some 3-point shooting and good defense. Next up, we got the Knicks with Jarrett Culver, Troy Brown Jr., Kevin Huerter. I actually love the idea, really, of any three of these guys. I think there's a good fit. But with Jarrett Culver, I feel like him being on the Knicks would open up a new opportunity for him to really, hopefully excel as a player, being a former, was a 4th pick in the draft or whatever it was a year or two ago. Troy Brown also, I feel like there's a decent role for him. He was pretty nice on the Wizards last year. I don't think he's been given as much of an opportunity this year, but then again, I haven't really watched the Wizards as of late. But yeah, Jarrett Culver, I like that idea, especially for the Knicks that are kind of in a rebuild, but doing pretty solid. This could be one of those guys that just kind of help speed along the process. We got the OKC Thunder with Jackson Hayes, Gary Trent Jr., Marvin Bagley. Let's go with Marvin Bagley. The team is in a rebuild, kind of. They have so many assets, though, but Marvin Bagley could be somebody that, just given the right opportunity, could be another, asset steal for this OKC Thunder team. We got the Magic with DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Anfernee Simons. DeMar DeRozan, it's especially now that Markelle Fultz is no longer playing, because I never thought Markelle and Mar seemed like a good idea together, but DeMar with Cole Anthony seems to make a little bit more sense. So, yeah, it gives them a nice scoring boost. For the 76ers, we got Bradley Beal, Buddy Hield, or Derrick Rose. Any three of these guys. Bradley Beal would be pretty expensive. You're probably giving up Ben Simmons. Buddy Hield, you could probably give us some rotational pieces, although I like what Seth Curry does at the 2 spot. And then Derrick Rose, you can get for really cheap from the Pistons, I'm sure, just for a good backup player that could play with Ben Simmons in the backcourt. Phoenix Suns, Joel Embiid, and everybody wants him, right? Y'all give him on DeAndre Ayton already. Lauri Markkanen, Alec Burks. I would go for Lauri if he's available. I like him at the 4 spot. Him next to DeAndre Ayton gives you shooting, gives you a young player, and just gives him a new start. Playing with Devin Booker and CP3 could be great. Portland Trailblazers, we got Kyle Anderson, George Hill, or Kevin Love. Yeah, let's go with Kevin Love, man. We've been talking about it for about 7 seasons now, it seems like. Sacramento Kings, Aaron Gordon, Miles Turner, Mo Bamba. It's hard to say with this team because, Rashawn Holmes has been so good for them, but honestly, you would have to... I don't think Aaron Gordon's a good fit. There's already too many, in-betweeners on this team. I think Mo Bamba, given the chance, could be nice. Let's go with him. San Antonio Spurs, we got CJ McCollum, Bradley Beal, John Collins. Let's get this team a little bit younger. I'm going to say go with John Collins. He'll fit in right with the other guards and stuff like that, playing that 4 spot. That'd be nice. For the Raptors, we do got Terry Rozier, Lou Williams, PJ Tucker. I guess maybe Lou Williams for a little scoring off the bench, or even a PJ Tucker, just to give them a little bit more grit and grind on the inside. And we got the Utah Jazz, Devontae Graham, Derrick Rose, Patty Mills. Devontae would be kind of cool. I feel like he'd be a nice little scoring addition, take some pressure off Donovan Mitchell in the backcourt. And then last, but certainly not least, we got the Wizards, Drummond, Hassan Whiteside, Jonas Valanciunas. Thomas Bryant is out. If they could get Drummond for the cheap side of things, him with Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal is a little interesting. It's a little interesting. Hassan they could get for really cheap because on like a minimum contract, then Jonas is fine. Any three of these guys would be a better player playing with Westbrook and Beal, man. So yeah, the trade opportunities are definitely there. But that is all we got for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace out, my friends.